So the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Leonard. Then there's Duncan.
To get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat in the zone. It just settles you down a little bit.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons,
teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Houston.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They put a...
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And so it's San Antonio with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Irving's got his first 2 points of the night.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And here's Mills. Last game he had 12. Screen by Duncan. Pass to Aldridge. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. 3 on the clock. Mills.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And James with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. LeBron's got his second bucket.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
And Leonard gets it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Outside Shumpert. Here's the 3. James, no good. Spurs trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Back to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 5 points so far.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Back to Irving. Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
There's the dish to Love. No one near him. Shot's good. Love's got 5 now.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Well, as Greg was talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Duncan with a screen on Irving. And Mills kicks to Duncan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. I mean, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
Here's LeBron after the basket by San Antonio. The screen from Thompson. Shumpert in the corner. 14 feet away. No good. In and out off the rim.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Mills. And James pulls it down.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And the offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. Spurs passing it around. And Leonard gets it to go. So it's the Cavaliers now. They lead by 7. Lets it go from the wing. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
West, right side. Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Shumpert. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Kept alive.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway. And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Mills. And the shot is good.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And it's West missing.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And here's Mills after the 3-pointer from Amon Shumpert. There's the screen. Leonard against James. 4 on the clock. Leonard, that's for 2, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Leonard's got 8. Cleveland leading by 14. And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
He said they've really got their work cut out to them dealing with a player like Kevin Love, saying he's a 25 points per game scorer and can just dominate the glass. Defensively, you just can never leave him open. No open shots. Get a body on him the second a shot goes up. He knows it's easier said than done, but guys, that's the game plan.
Thanks again, Doris. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Shumpert.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Spurs trail by 19. Now, here is Miller. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Here's Marjanovic. Just missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far. Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
The Cavaliers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. That free throw, no good. Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Diaw's checked in.
Thank you, Cleveland!
San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort, and I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Cavaliers lead by 19. And back with the... And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says...
He sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Thompson down low with Mozgov. Amon Shumpert is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Jefferson in at the 3. Spurs trail by 18. Miller kicks to Diaw. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Diaw with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Spurs also with the sub. Mills, he's checked in for Miller. Love with a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And it's 7 points for Love. Pass to Diaw to end the run. That's good on the jump shot.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Outside jumper. The pass to Jefferson for 3. No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And it's Martin missing. Cleveland leading by 21. And Shumpert kicks to Jefferson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jefferson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Richard Jefferson. The Spurs also with the sub. Duncan, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Aldridge has got 10 points in the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
On its way from Irving for 2. Here's Thompson. Sinks that one from the post. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Mills can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Shumpert, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's Martin missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Duncan kicks to Mills. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And it's Dellavedova missing. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ginobili kicks to Duncan. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Ginobili's got 5. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
Love right side. The shot is off. Great D that time from Duncan. Spurs have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. In the corner, it's Martin. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists now tonight. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, you'd have to consider this not one of their best performances.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Dishes it to Mills. Passes to Aldridge. From the arc. Mills can't hit. Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
LeBron, he's checked in for Shumpert. LeBron outside. On the wing, Irving. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year. I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
James kicks to Thompson. Dellavedova from outside. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
That is good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Martin. Here's Marjanovic. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lets it go. Nice shot from the wing. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And Leonard has it in the corner. They set the pick. In the corner, it's Martin. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go either for Martin.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Inside. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Oh,
That's a beautiful jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
He dishes it to Dellavedova. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jefferson in for Matthew Dellavedova. David West, he's checked in for San Antonio. Miller comes in for Patty Mills. And Jefferson gets it to go.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
West a screen on Irving. Feeds it to Aldridge. Mozgov with the steal. Pushing it up. Pushing it up. No one near James as he lets it go. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Miller kicks to Leonard. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Yes. Leonard's got 13.
Style and grace from Kawhi Leonard on that one.
Here's LeBron. That's good.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Miller. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3 ball well.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Spurs shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Leonard with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you can't play the score, Clark. You have to play your game. They need to mix it up a little bit here.
West kicks to Miller. Clock at 4. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers ahead, delivering the blowout. It's the NBA on 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 23 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing? Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get...
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Duncan. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Mills, and it's Martin in at the 2 spot. Cavaliers shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately, to me, I don't have any. Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Irving for 3. That's good. Irving's got 21 in the game.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
On defense, the Cavaliers. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. And he comes off the screen and screams it through.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Martin kicks to Duncan. 13 feet away. Here's Aldridge. Cannot hit. Good D by LeBron.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Spurs have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Aldridge kicks to Mills, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
For San Antonio, they've only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for Kevin Martin. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Love outside. And another miss by Cleveland. The Spurs shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. Duncan with a screen on James. Here's Diaw. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's James. That falls. Great assist by Love. And now it's 27 points for LeBron.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Irving. And the basket by Diaw.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And that one's good. 29 points for LeBron.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Diaw dishes to Duncan. And Thompson sends it back. The feed now to Irving. This one for three. Good. Irving's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Cavs.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Duncan with a screen on Irving. And Diaw gets it to go. The assist by Mills. Mills has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Kicks to Love. Another three for Cleveland.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
The three. Diaw can't hit.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Can't get it to fall. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Duncan. He kicks to Leonard. Launches it. That drops. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
The drive by LeBron. Soft touch off the glass.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
The open shot by Leonard, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Lets it fly from 18. That's good. Leonard's got 26.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
James, that's a 2-pointer. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving. Miller, the pass to Diaw. Ginobili outside. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Ginobili, that's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 6 assists now in the game.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's James. Good. LeBron's got 35 in the game.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
San Antonio calls timeout. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. No good from Frye when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Marjanovic, guarded by Frye. West with a wide open look. Another shot, and Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got 30 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
On the wing, Shumpert from past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Now here is Miller. He's guarded closely. And he gets it to go. And 11 points for Manu Ginobili.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Here's Dellavedova. 6 points for him. Mozgov with the bucket.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Ginobili kicks it to West. Here's Marjanovic. No good. James with some nice D.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Ginobili dishes to Miller to the inside. Here's West. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by James. Here's Shumpert. And a big-time jam right there.
Come on, fella. Power it down. That dunk was redunculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that.
And not when he's coming in with that kind of force.
Here's Marjanovic. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for San Antonio. Martin comes in for Manu Ginobili. Cleveland's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Here's Mozgov. Rebound, San Antonio. Outside, Martin. He feeds it to Miller. The Spurs working the ball around now. And Leonard gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's West. The shot misses, and Cleveland will come the other way.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
7 seconds left to play in the third. Left side Jefferson. This one for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice...
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Well, Cleveland shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Mozgov is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Mo Williams. Then there's McRae. And it's Jefferson in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
To the paint. Here's Diaw. Mozgov grabs the board. Here's McRae. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And Diaw kicks to Duncan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players. Passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
McRae, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Fries, good.
Very well done that time. Found the best look possible.
Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Miller kicks to Duncan. Got a hand on it. Down low. Here's McRae, and he goes in for the dunk.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
There's the dish to Duncan. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Williams kicks to Mozgov. And again, it's Cleveland.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Miller, the pass to Diaw. Duncan right side. Spurs passing it around. From 13, Mozgov with the block.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
James Jones, who's checked in for Cleveland. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. There's a screen. Here's Marjanovic. He's guarded by Williams. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
Here's Diaw. Anderson outside. San Antonio again missing. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Williams dishes to Jones. Off target from outside. For San Antonio, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. That's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Out to the right wing. Screen by Jones. Jefferson with the 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Miller.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. That they feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Both free throws good for Miller. Williams with the ball. Outside, Jones. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
Here's Cowan. That one off the back iron and out. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Baseline J on the way, and that's good for 2.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Now Williams, screened by Jones. Outside Jefferson. It's hauled in by Diaw. And Anderson kicks to Miller.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
And that one's good. Jefferson's got 21 in the game.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Fry comes in for McCray, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
And here's Fry from the arc, and that one's good. Fry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Jefferson against Calderon. Here's Marjanovic. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's Dellavedova, and again it's Cleveland.
Matthew Dellavedova.
And here's Calderon.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Pass to Fry. Let's go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Fry's got 12 points in just the second half. Spurs shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
Cleveland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contact.
Yeah, and so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for LeBron James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LB.
And here's Fry from the arc. Rebound, San Antonio. The pass to West. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Miller penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Williams. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Mozgov. West with the steal. Oh, and here comes Calderon all alone. That one goes. Count it.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
From the corner, basket good.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers, and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of...
The 2K Sports postgame show.